Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day you're watching this. Saturday morning, horses are fed, horses are ridden, horses are turned out, chickens are turned out. What else have we done? Watered the seedlings I sowed the other day for some salady and summer veggies. Now it's on to the first project of the day. I say first project, it'll probably be the only thing I'll get done today. So in our front field, we've divided it into two paddocks. Our mares, oh there's Gracie coming into view, Gracie and Twy. Our mares are generally one side and Dimwit boys the other side. We generally have to keep them apart, otherwise they kill each other. But we've had enough of electric fencing, so the plan today is to pop a new gate in here. Got a 12-foot gate, so I need to pop a post in and then factor in the size of the hinges because they are kind of quite big on field gates. So it's going to come out to here somewhere. Another post, a couple of rails, and it'll be like a permanent addition. When I say permanent, what we'll do of course is concrete it in but leave that well below ground, so if we do ever want to take it out we can just cut it off below ground and soil over and it's done. So I'll get the gate around, it's got all the tools in it. I always try and bring all the tools in one go, chances are I'll forget them, and we'll make a start. So first things first, I need to dig a hole. I'll pop it centre to the field shelter. The gate is 1200, 4 foot high, and I've got some of these posts which are 1800, so that's 6 foot high. And my plan is to screw bolt a couple together to make a decent sized post, and then we can concrete that in the ground. It's a 12-foot gate, so it's going to come right back here somewhere, so it's a reasonable size opening. So let's crack on. Okay, a few spadefuls and the hole's coming on already. We use these things, they kill your shoulders if you try and dig with them, but I just use those for lifting the soil out. I do have a post hole borer, which is brilliant, but the minute you hit a flint, you're potentially breaking your wrist because it just jars to a stop. So I've hurt myself 2 times with that, so I use it as infrequently as I can. So our posts are 6 foot, our gate is 4 foot, including a bit of clearance at the bottom, so I need a 2 foot hole. Get them concreted into the ground 2 feet. Should be plenty to hold the gate. Okay, first hole dug. It's about 2 feet deep. Check it with a tape. Yeah, 600 mil, that's absolutely fine. Once I round the post down on that, will sort out that soft bit at the bottom. So now on to the next one. So where this post is the this is going to be the edge of the gate here, so it's too much just to sail them in, so I need to dig another hole there so I can have just some rails sat in here, 2 posts, so should be fairly straightforward. I'll do the one in the hedge first. Got to say actually, reason for a 12-foot gate, because we've got some smaller gates kicking about, but the reason for the 12-foot one is we need to get the gator in and out for poo picking and weeding the field, rolling, raking, spiking, aeration, all that kind of thing. But then our neighbour also uses his tractor, needs to get in here to cut the hedges, so we can fold the gate right back. Only there'll be a little bit there. We can hand cut that with the hand electric hedge trimmer thing, and he can do the rest of his tractor. Okay, second hole done, third and final one to go. Okay, third hole dug, but I ended up having to make the first hole a bit bigger. Reason being, my spade, if I had one hole finished there and another hole finished there, there's no way I'd have been able to keep 4 inches of soil in a hole that's 2 foot deep. Okay, so plan now is to just screw a couple of these together. I'm not sure if I'm in video or not, doesn't matter. There's a slight bevel on the top of these, so we'll arrange them so the bevels are that way and that way to make it look a bit neater. I'll stack these up one on the other and we'll get these screwed together to make a more substantial post to hang the gate on. This is 75mm posts. I'm just going to flip them over and do them from the other side. Get the wood in the hole. Fix it back so it's roughly upright. I can concrete it in later. bang on plum. So that is now ready for some concrete. I'll get that concreted in, and then we can get the gate hung. I do like this stuff, it sets incredibly quickly. It's about 2 o'clock now, so I'll get this in the hole. I won't actually do anything more than this today, but if we were doing normal fencing, it's normally cured within an hour or two. So for coming out tomorrow morning to hang the gate would be absolutely perfect. So back of that. Some water. Another bag. Give that a good tank down. Water will help soak into it all. Probably not the best way of doing it, but I've found it's always worked. So stick with what you know. Okay, so I shall leave that now. That's going to set. Tomorrow morning I'll come out, we'll hang the gate. It doesn't actually look that plumb, but the post is absolutely bang on. The field shelter is just really old and tatty, so it's all over the place. So we'll get the gate hung tomorrow morning, and then we'll get the other 2 posts set in there, concreted in, and that's another little job done, ticked off the list. I know I've said it before, but if you like what we're doing, please like and subscribe. That'll really help the channel out, and I'll catch you tomorrow when we're carrying on with this. So I think by this time it was only about 3 o'clock, so it's a bit too early to go in. So I was out in the front field with the gator. That can only mean a bit of poo picking time, really. We keep our paddocks as clean as we possibly can, and that means just going around the paddocks ideally every few days, this time of year about once a week or so, just picking up all the horse droppings. We keep them over where Gracie is behind me. Where her head is actually not too far from there is a poo pile from last year, and that is now just thick black manure, really good high quality manure for spreading over the paddocks. So we do keep it. What we take off the paddocks, because it's pure horse dung, when it comes out of a stable we generally get the farmer to get rid of it because it's mixed up with straw and stuff like that, which in itself wouldn't be so much of a problem, but some of it's got shavings and things in it. He's got huge poo piles, so he mixes it all in with his cattle poo that he mucks out. So the gate is absolutely brilliant for this, because you just scoop it all up, throw it in the back, then back up to where you want to dump it, and then it's got a tail lift on it. Not a electric one, but a manual one, but even so, it's just saves time with wheelbarrows. When we're out and about poo picking, we do come across this horrible stuff called ragwort. Here it is. We've got loads of this in our front field, and our hill field is absolutely blighted with it. This is really toxic to horses, so we get rid of it as and when we can. Normally when we poo pick, we take a separate bag and this ragwort fork with us, and we pick it all out. I should really have gloves on, but I haven't, been naughty. I've been just today, because I was a bit just kind of in a rush, I suppose. I was just getting out anything that was maybe 4 inches or bigger, but there's lots of small plants. And in another future video, I'll show you on our hill field, some of these things are huge. You'll see them by the side of the road. They end up growing bushy like this, but then they have a long, thin centre stem that has yellow flowers on it. It looks quite pretty, but really toxic to horses. Okay, so following day, Sunday morning, Just come back out, all the horses are done, so this is lovely and solid. They ain't going anywhere at all. Need to take that off. Here's our gate, 12-foot gate. So it's a bit windy today, so I'll pop this little microphone thing on, which I hope works okay. So first things first, get the hinges on the post, and then we can get the gate swinging, and then we can set out the closing post, which I'll do a little bit of fencing for as well, and then get all that concreted in. Okay, so first hinge is quite close to the ground, so it only needs to be 100mm above, and I'm quite happy to take a little bit of this off because it's high here. So it only needs to be 100mm above at that point. So I didn't bring a pencil out with me, but I'll just get these roughly marked off. 6.5mm bit, just to get these piloted a little bit. And then I've got a 17mm socket in my impact driver, just to whack these in. Never do one completely out first. Okay, so I've offered the gate into position. What this enables me to do is, knowing that that's pretty much upright, is get this marked off to the right height. So that can go in there. I'll just mark out a couple of points. Get those fixed in at the top first. Actually, I'll do all of them. Doesn't matter. A bit. Try and hang the gate on your own. It weighs a ton on your own. Oh, there we go. Fantastic. And what I've also now got to do is, my post is ever so slightly off this end. So when my post is in and completely vertical on a bit of concrete around it, I'm just a little bit short. So I've got a choice. I can either dig more out, or I can concrete in and pull on a little bit on the face. I've got a bad back at the moment, but I'm actually going to dig a bit more out, so it looks a bit tidier. So just crack on with that first. And what I want is that to close onto the post about there. So when we pull that in, it disappears into a little hole. So that is perfect. Right, so gate's on and hung. Need to take a little scraping of soil out. I can do that later. But what my plan is for the gate to close onto the post at about there, so that when we pull the handle in, it goes into a hole in the face of the post. So I'm now going to make up a little fence panel, so rail, rail, rail on these, get those fitted together, and then I can get this concreted in. And get it plumbed and then concreted in. Oh. Lovely. Now if I get that plumbed on there, fraction more. That's good. Now let's get that plumbed the other way. This isn't anything structural, this is just to support it while we concrete it in. Obviously we want to get it out right. In the wind. Okay, fantastic, that's good. Okay, so pretty much as the outpost. Good old postcrete. Back in the hole. I've got 5 bags of it, so I'll probably use it all. Because it's quite a big hole. Because we're doing one hole rather than 2 smaller ones. Quite a bit of water. There's my stumper. The tamping stick. Get in there. Get all that mixed in and squashed out. Good. Put the water up. Dry down this side. Water on that first. Okay, 2 more bags. Yesterday's finished, and this morning dry and crispy, not crispy, dry and upside. Okay, so next task now is to off the gate into position and get our closing hole drilled so it's in the right location. So I'm just going to slide that down, mark that across. A bit more challenge to do from underneath because I've got this here, so you kind of eye that through. I'm going to go a little bit bigger anyway, so 5.5 inches, so we'll pop it in the centre. Centre of that is then there. There we go, perfect little kink. So just try that out. Fraction high. But I've got to reduce the soil, so that'll probably work out okay actually. Okay, that's it done. Before it was electric fencing, but now it's our gateway. Can't remember where this gate came from, but we've had it kicking around for a few years. On the hinge end, there's a threaded bar there, so I just need to tighten up a little bit, literally a turn or two, and it will just pick this end up a treat. So at the moment it is slightly just dragging along the floor. Not a major issue, but it's swinging open fine. Gate is in the way at the moment. Okay, so thank you for watching. Thank you for getting this far. This is not particularly a how-to channel. It's more of a day-to-day, what we get up to on our few acres with our horses who are behind me, Gracie and Twilight. And there's a few others, actually, just, yeah, Bear's there. I don't know where Molly is. She's kicking about somewhere. Anyway, thank you for getting this far. If you could like and subscribe, that'd be bloody marvellous. And I'll see you on the next one. Thank you very much.